Everyone, you're welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is the square root of 2 raised to the power of square root of x minus the square root of 2 raised to the power of square root of y. This is equal to 60. So what is the value of x and what is the value of y, given that x is greater than y? So let's provide a solution from here. Now, the first thing to note here, if we have the square root of a, we can express this as a to the power of half. Therefore, we can express square root of 2 as, this is the same thing as 2 to the power of half raised to square root of x, then minus 2 to the power of half raised to the power of square root of y. So this is equal to 60. Now, 2 to the power of half times square root of x, this is in the form of a to the power of n raised to the power of m, which we can express as a to the power of n multiplied by m. So this means that here we have 2 to the power of square root of x divided by 2, subtract 2 to the power of square root of y divided by 2. This is equal to 60. Now, the next step is that we can let square root of x divided by 2 be equal to a, and also we can write square root of y divided by 2 be equal to b. Substituting a and b, so this means we have 2 to the power of a minus 2 to the power of b. This is equal to 60. Now, something to note here is that 2 to the power of a, this is greater than 2 to the power of b, and therefore a is greater than b. And this means that we can express a, let's express a as k plus b. Can express a as k plus b. So that now we have 2 to the power of a, which is k plus b, subtract 2 to the power of b. This is equal to 60. Now we have that 2 to the power of k plus b. This is in the form of a to the power of n plus m, which we can express as a to the power of n times a to the power of m. Applying this exponent property, then we have 2 to the power of k multiplied by 2 to the power of b, subtract 2 to the power of b. This is equal to 60. Now, 2 to the power of b is common here, so we can factor out 2 to the power of b. Into the parentheses, we have 2 to the power of k, subtract 1, cross the parentheses. This is equal to 60. Now, the next step is that we can express 60. This is the same thing as 4 multiplied by 15. So substituting this, then we have 2 to the power of b. Into the parentheses, we have 2 to the power of k minus 1. This is equal to 4 multiplied by 15. Now, if we check on the left-hand side, we have 2 to the power of b. This will give us an even number. Then 2 to the power of k minus 1. This is an odd number. When you check on the right-hand side, we have that 4. 4 is an even number, and we have that 15 is an odd number. So if we do the comparison here, both on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, we have that 2 to the power of b, this is equal to 4, and that 2 to the power of k, subtract 1, this is equal to 15. Now, the next step is that we can express this as 2 to the power of b. This is equal to 4, which is 2 to the power of 2. So since the bases are common here, that is a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m. Since the bases are common, exponent n is equal to m. And therefore, from what we have here, it's that b is equal to 2. So b is equal to 2. We have the value of b equal to 2. Now, here we have 2 to the power of k minus 1. This is equal to 15. Let's take minus 1 on the right hand side so that we have 2 to the power of k. This is equal to 15 plus 1. So we have 2 to the power of k. This is equal to 15 plus 1, which is 16. Now, we can express 16 in terms of base of 2 so that we have 2 to the power of k. This is equal to 2 to the power of 4. Again, we have that the bases are common here. So this implies that exponent k here is equal to 4. So we have the value of b equal to 2 and that k is equal to 4. Now, if you recall, we assume that a is equal to k plus b. And this implies that here we have 4 plus 2, and this is equal to 6. Therefore, we have that the value of a is equal to 6. And we have that the value of b is equal to 2. Now, if you recall, we assume that let square root of x divided by 2, this is equal to a. And also we assume that let square root of y divided by 2, this is equal to b. So we can proceed to solve for the value of x and also the value of y. So let's substitute the value of a here. So we have square root of x over 2. This is equal to 6. So let's multiply both sides by 2. So that now we have that square root of x. This is equal to 6 times 2, which is 12. So that now we can square both sides here. And this means that if we simplify here, we have that x is equal to 12 squared, which is 144. So this is the value of x. So let's solve for the value of y. We have the square root of y over 2. This is equal to b, which is 2. So let's multiply both sides by 2. And this implies that here we have square root of y. This is equal to 4. So let's square again both sides so that now here we have that the value of y is equal to 4 squared, which is 16. So we have the value of x and we have the value of y. That is x comma y. This is equal to 144 comma 16. So this is the value of x and y. The next step from here is to verify. So let's verify that the value of x and y satisfies the equation. So if you recall, we end at the square root of 2 raised to the square root of x minus square root of 2 raised to the square root of y. This is supposed to give us a value of 60. Now, we can substitute the value of, remember 2, we can express square root of 2 is the same thing as 2 to the power of a half. Then raised to the power of square root of x, which is square root of 144, minus 2 to the power of a half. Then raised to the power of square root of 16, that is square root of y, which is 16. This should give us a value of 60. Now this implies that here we have 2 to the power of a half raised to the power of square root of 144. This is 12. Then subtract 2 to the power of a half raised to the power of square root of 16, which is 4. This should give us a value of 60. So let's simplify here. 12 divided by 2. This is the same thing as 6. So we have 2 to the power of 6 minus, now let's simplify here. 4 divided by 2. This is 2. So we have 2 to the power of 2. We have 2 to the power of 2. This should give us a value of 60. 2 to the power of 6, this is 64, minus 2 to the power of 2, which is 4. This should give us a value of 60. So 64 minus 4, this is equal to 60, which is equal to 60. So this means that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. And this proves that the value of x and y here satisfies the equation. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and kindly subscribe. Like this video and kindly subscribe. See you in the next video.